Hello, everyone. My name is Katie, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel. And I have my favorite friend here, Sean, and um, we're going to sew together for a couple hours. And I'm pretty sure he planned. You're working on legit kit today, right?
Yeah, I got toast. I've got a few blocks of toasty cut out and ready to go. And you got to get me in trouble when you say I'm your favorite friend because the other friends are going to be like, "Hang on, I thought I was your favorite." But anyway, for anyone that doesn't
Yeah,
know, my name
yeah.
is
Anyway, tell him a little bit about yourself and show him what you plan on working on.
okay. So yeah, my name is Sean. From the guy who sews, I have a small quilting YouTube channel called the Guy Who Sews, and I have a weekly live at Saturday morning at 8 a.m. So if you are an early person, a morning person, come over and join us out. I usually have a guest on each week because I don't like going live alone. It's always more fun with a friend, right? And then Sunday mornings, I normally have a podcast, but I got up late this morning, so it's recorded. I'll edit it later, and it'll be out a little later on today as well. So I like to work on tiny piecing, usually like Art East, Elizabeth Hartman projects, that sort of thing there. And then also a little bit of FPP recently, including Toasty the Dragon, which is what I'm going to work on today. I've got him going on. And so that's what I've got going on. And that's about it for me in a nutshell. So
How
back
far
over to
along
you,
are
Katie.
you? How far along are you on yours anyway?
That is a wonderful question. I would say I think I'm on block row three, block four, but I've been kind of bouncing around. I've been trying to do some of the smaller pieces. So it's kind of hard to gauge, but I'd say I'm probably 25, 30% of the way done.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so
You're gonna have
we're
yours
making
finished long
progress.
before I have mine, I think.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know about the Legit Kit, would you like to tell them a little bit about the Legit Kit program, kind of like?
Okay. So yeah, it's a company that's based out of Oklahoma, I believe, that does wonderful FPP patterns. They have what, close to 60 patterns now, I think it is. It's quite a
Yeah,
lot.
something like
They've been
that.
churning out more and more over the recent months, especially some that I really want to do. There's a kookaburra that I want to do now. There's a koala. I asked Mike Odell, who's the founder, I said, look, you need to do some Australian animals. And he kept telling me, yeah, it's coming, it's coming. And apparently it's coming as now. So that's really good. So, but we've got to finish Toasty first. I cannot have multiple of these projects. It's
Yeah.
basically how it goes. I put mine in the binder. You don't get the binder with the kit. So don't get confused. But it gives you all the paperwork. Everything is on 11 and a half, like regular US letter paper.
Mm-hmm.
And so it goes together very easily. And it's just, yeah, it's a lot of fun. But if you get one of these kits, there is an option to buy the pattern and do it yourself, or you can buy the kit with the fabric.
And you
Definitely get
bought
the
the
kit.
pattern, right?
I bought the pattern
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting through it. It's okay because I have a lot of solids floating around in my stash. But if I was doing this for the first time again, buy the kit. Make your life easier. Just
Yeah.
just learn from me. Buy the kit. I know it's more expensive, but it saves you so much heartache because these have, depending on the pattern, sometimes 40 colors, 50 colors. I think this one has 54, 58. I don't know. There's a lot of colors. It's like the color sheet is on, there's this page of colors plus like another half page. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of colors here. So just buy the kit. You'll thank me later on that one there as well because yeah, it can be done by yourself because I mean I'm doing my own stuff. Donnell's doing her own thing, but it's challenging. Just make your life easier.
It's challenging when you get all those stuff that you're talking about getting with it.
Yeah. Now, if
Just
you
saying.
can, grab yourself like some hanging folders and do it that way. That's what I've set up myself. It's a little too far away for me to reach to show you, but it's well worth the time and investment if that's something you're able to do. I was actually able to do it for free because my at work they were clearing out a bunch of stuff, and my boss was like, "Does anyone need hanging folders?" I'm like, "Yes, please give them all to me." So that's been a huge time save because I can just pull out, put the fabrics in each folder for each color, and I can just look it up, pull it out, cut it, and away I go. So that's made life a whole lot easier.
So
A
I
lot,
so I bought the binder similar to what you bought. I don't know if
yeah.
it's the same as what I bought. And I ordered 100 of the
Page
vinyl
protectors.
sleeve. that was not enough.
Mm,
So
it
now I
wasn't?
reordered another set and I'm waiting for Melanie to send my box because there's no way to get. So in the meantime, I'm using when I finish one of these, I'm just going to put them in I have some smaller project bags and I'm
Yeah.
just keeping their project bag until I get get the rest of the folders because I'm gonna put them in with because remember I showed you that set of heavier printout. I guess that must be like you can reprint from it or something. I don't know. But I'm just gonna put them in with that as I
Yeah.
do it. And that way it'll stay, mostly organized. And everything else is going in between project bags and big, huge Ziploc bags to
Hmm.
keep it organized. Hi, Raven. It's good to see you.
Yeah,
And
we got
hello
a few
to
people
anyone
on.
else that's sitting in here that I
Yeah, we
can't see.
Yeah, we've got a few people in here already, which is good. And yeah, it's early on a Sunday morning, so I'm sure more people will filter in as time goes on. If you're watching a replay, as well, we love you just as much because replay is the same as a regular viewer. I say that all the time on my channel. Just say in the comments, let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to see. But yeah, the binder is a fantastic option. I've found it's really good. It works perfectly because each page of each block of the pattern is
Yep.
the same size as a US letter. Um, page. Now, if you are in Australia or New Zealand or other parts of the world where they use A4 paper, you can use A4 sleeves. They're slightly bigger, so it'll easily fit there as well. So you can get like a folder or binder in those countries, get the A4 sleeve page protectors and use those. It'll work just as well.
Yep. So I'm doing Ursula Major, which is the mama bear and baby bear, a polar bear. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm just starting out with mine pretty much. I'm fixing to sneeze. Hold on a minute.
You're fine. Yeah, because Katie got this pattern, I think, 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago when not long after we were at QuiltCon and
24.
Raleigh
Yeah,
together.
Becca delivered it to me at QuiltCon of
Yeah,
2024. So it's 2 years old.
yeah. And then poor Katie, like someone else who remained nameless, got a bit scared to get started on it.
Guilty as charged.
Oh, I am too. I'm the one that's going to remain nameless.
I'm
Because I
still worried about it. So,
you've got to get stuck into it. If you buy one of these kits, don't stick it to the site. Just open it up, find the first easy block that you can, and get started. Because once you get started, and Tasha's in the chat here as well, she can probably attest to this as well. Getting started is probably the hardest thing because it terrifies you. You get this pattern, even if you just buy the pattern. These patterns have 150, 200 pages with the instructions and the color charts and everything else. Like you just look at it and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. So yeah,
yeah.
just rip it open, get started, photocopy a couple of pages if you want, because that way if you goof it up, you can just, reuse it. That's what I did. I scanned a lot of mine, and that way if something went wrong, I could just reprint it. As well. So just do that and go from there. Drubuka's here as well. Good morning. It's good to see you there up
Hey,
there in Canada.
Dubravka. And hello to Tasha. And who else was in here?
That's all I see so
Right. I
far.
see
But
Raven, Dubravka, and Tasha.
yeah.
I want to ask you a question though. Can you
Hmm.
clarify something for me?
Hmm.
Is this the 1/4 inch sew line here or is it on this side?
That dark gray is your 1/4 inch seam allowance.
I know, but which side of it is it on?
The
Uh
inside would be your sew line.
so this is the sew line here.
Yes.
And this is the trim line right here, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking is because I have that little bit of whatever right there, and I didn't know if that was
Yeah.
going to cause trouble.
As long as it clears the dark, you're fine. And if not, sew another piece to it. Because at the end of the day, someone told me this in one of my lives, and it's resonated with me ever since. With this pattern that has 1,100, 1,200 pieces, no one's ever going to notice if it has 1,201.
Well, it seems to be over it.
Yeah,
I
then
didn't know if it needed to be right to the edge of the paper.
no. I think they do that, A, to give you a little bit of wiggle room, and B, for printing purposes. No printer in this world is 100% perfect. So it also gives them a little bit of wiggle room as well. So yeah, as long as you've cleared that gray,
Okay. Okay.
you're in good shape as
That's
well.
what I wanted to
So
make sure of because I think my biggest difficulty with this right now, you still have that cough.
yeah,
Um,
every day.
My biggest difficulty with this, I think, is, I got, you and I have been doing Star Climber, and I got spoiled by it telling you need to cut this many rectangles this size.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't do that.
No. But it's different shapes.
It's like I'm trying to guess how to cut the thing, and I'm scared I'm going to use too much fabric and not have enough.
You should be fine. Everybody I've talked to has said that they're very, very generous with their cuts. And if you run out, you can contact them. They'll send you more free of charge as
Okay,
well.
and I sent them an email about the missing piece of.
Right, yeah. So apparently, like, I've never had to contact, well, I can't contact them about getting more fabric because I just bought the pattern. But everybody I've seen, they've got a wonderful Facebook group, and everybody I've talked to that's ever had an issue of getting more fabrics, all they have to do is contact them and say, hey, look, I've run out, I've miscut, whatever it is. They have a fabric guarantee. So that way, yeah, if you run out, you just contact them and say, hey, look, I'm out of, fabric
Well,
AA or whatever.
I was concerned because, I hadn't cracked this until, when I cracked it. And so
Yeah.
it sat for 2 years, nothing. And I didn't think to go through all this fabric and check it off on this here list that's in here. So
Yeah.
when I started looking for cornflower, I couldn't find it. And I
Yeah.
went through it 5 times thinking I was overlooking it.
Yeah. So, yeah, Tasha's asking here, she says, agree, the cutting is the most stressful. Do you have the cutting guide pages? You should have those towards the back where it shows you the different.
The cutting, to be, let's be transparent here. This is why I call myself a beginner sewer, because there's parts of the quilting process or making quilts that I still have no understanding of, and telling you how to cut something out in the layout, I still don't quite get.
Yeah, so what I've been doing, and I know you can't get access to this,
back here in
unfortunately.
here, yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Is I've been using freezer paper to cut out my blocks.
I don't have access to that either.
I know, and I understand that you can't have access, but if you do have grab some in Denmark while you're there.
Yeah, when I go to, there went my camera again.
That's okay, because I couldn't get my second camera to connect today either, so I guess we're just going to run on 2, and that's okay. But yeah, if you have access to freezer paper, it's a wonderful way to cut this stuff out, because basically what you do is you trace out each piece onto the freezer paper, and then I cut it out, and then you just iron it. Sorry?
Can't you run that through the printer?
No, because you also, well, I guess you could.
Couldn't you just put it face against a flat sheet of another one or something?
I suppose you know what? You might be onto something now.
You just got to make sure that this shiny side's not facing whatever direction.
Yeah, because you can buy sheets of freezer paper.
I know you can buy printable freezer paper, so
I have to try that, because yeah, I just went to the supermarket and bought a roll of it, and I just trace it out, because I have, I've actually made use of my Caterpillar board last night when I was cutting this out. And so that's a good, if you want to do it dirty and cheap, you can definitely do it this way. It works out well. But yeah, I might have to try the printable stuff, because yeah, I guess I could just print it out and then just cut out the pieces and just do a 1/4 inch around that. But basically what you do is you cut it out regardless of whichever way you do it.
Still on the outer edge of it, yeah.
Yeah, and then you just iron the freezer paper onto your fabric and cut it out. And then once you're done, you just peel it off, and it doesn't leave any, I've never seen it leave any residue or anything else like that. So
okay, that's what I was wondering about.
Yeah.
And the since you brought up the cutter light, mine came with, it's the big one.
Yeah.
Because I need to talk to someone that has knowledge of this whole system. It also came with a glass plate. What's the glass part of it for?
I think that's more the glass. I didn't get a glass plate with mine. Mine just came with the unit and the cutting board. But I think the glass plate is more like if you're doing like paper crafts and that sort of thing, then you just want to see the light thing. But I think the cutting boards and the glass plate's different. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super familiar with it outside of what I have.
Okay. So I need to talk to someone who has all these things, and it's nice.
Yeah. But I know they have different options.
Tasha says it's Kona fabric. You can get more, less worrying, more cutting. Okay. But if you come up, I guess my question of the day is, you know, say you make mistakes and you run out of fabric, you're gonna have to pay for what you asked back for, right?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Legit Kits has to, and I'm gonna go look it up because now, um, they tell you
Because
that if
that's
you
what
run
I'm
out,
concerned about, because I've already made one mistake today.
yeah, but I don't think it's that tight. From what I understand, okay, so yeah, they provided enough fabric guarantee for a full kit directly purchased from their site, promising to send replacement fabric for free if you run out, lose a piece, or make a cutting mistake. The guarantee
Okay.
ensures you can complete the next project without stress and so forth. So yeah,
Okay.
just reach out to the team. I mean, what yeah, if they tell you no, they tell you no. But I don't think they're going to. I think you got to be just fine and dandy. You know, now if you're asking for like 17 yards of fabric, you got to be like, no, Katie, you know,
We're starting really good off on this one today.
no, you're good. So,
It's all good though. Katie, talk to
oh,
Becca or Ian about the Caterpillar system. They both are experts and can answer your question, says Andrea. Yeah, but trying to pin them down is a problem.
yeah, I was gonna say I was thinking about them too, but yeah, they're super busy.
They're busy. It'll be probably nearly impossible to get a chance to talk to them.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, no. I think I think the glass plate on the
It's a nice system. Oh my God. It has it has a battery built into it and everything. So when you charge it, it can be recharged again. And it came with one of
well, there's
these.
two different ones. There's a one that you can charge like that.
That one came
Um,
as a charge one. Yeah.
yeah, I chose to buy the one without that because it was like 50 or $60 cheaper.
Yep.
Because I figured that enough the rare time that I'm going to take it somewhere without an outlet nearby, I can use like a power bank.
Yep.
And so that's what I did. And I've used it a couple of times with the power bank. They work quite nicely. So, okay, let's see.
The person that sent this to me or gifted it to me was very generous.
Okay, so it looks
Um,
like the glass mat. I'm looking on the website now because yeah, you've got me going down a rabbit hole.
the rabbit hole when we
Yeah, it looks like
you
the
sewing.
glass mat is more for like, you know, if you
It looked
like
like you
paper.
can use an iron on it, but I was wondering, I don't think you can cut on it, right?
No, you can't cut on it, but it's scratch resistant, heat resistant, easy to clean. So yeah, I guess you're good to iron on it.
Not did I want to
Uh,
cut on it because cutting on glass kind of scares me.
Yeah, no, I've cut on glass accidentally a couple of times because my tape, like dining room table that I use as my sewing table, is glass, and glass seems to dull a blade quicker than anything else on earth.
Oh, I'll
So
bet. Faster
yeah,
than paper.
yes, faster than paper. So there you go. Yeah, so I think it's more for paper crafts and that sort of thing there. Or it'll also be
Oh,
good,
no.
also good for you to show stuff if you wanted without showing off the dimensions.
Huh?
Like if you wanted to show something on your channel without showing the dimensions of the pieces, you could do it
You,
that,
you mean the dimensions of this?
or just like a different project in general. Like if you wanted to show off like pieces of fabric, like for a different like for traditional
Oh, and
pieces.
use the light to show it off. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, that way you have
Now
a
I
nice
understand what
backlight,
you're
but
telling me.
you're not
Okay.
showing off fabric dimensions
Okay.
like you
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay. Now I get it. I'm like, I don't understand. But now I
it was
understand
making
what you're
sense in my
saying.
brain, but nobody else's. So, all
Well,
right,
my
let's
brain's
see.
not so good because I haven't had any sleep.
Yeah, she didn't go to bed last night
No,
apparently.
I did
So
not. I'm still wide awake.
I told
You
on her.
shouldn't
I'm
be.
sorry.
Huh?
I said I told on you.
Yes, you did. Naughty man. No, I'm kidding. It's okay. I don't care if they know.
All right.
Someone was probably going to ask anyway because they saw me on Williams Live last night. So, or,
Oh, is that where you were?
well, I went straight from my live to his.
Yeah, I saw something on your channel that said go over and visit William. Like, it's cool. I haven't seen that
Yeah,
sort of feature
I pretty
before.
much went that way and I never got off. So,
Yeah, he's a
uh,
hoot. I'll have to
busted.
go. I'll have to go visit him one day. I think he'd be fun to hang out with.
Yeah, he's funny. He makes me laugh. Well, him and Jess.
Yeah, Jess is a sweetheart. You know,
Yep.
I finally got to meet her briefly at QuiltCon this year. Because we were supposed to meet up at Road to Virginia last year, but she ended up going home a little early. So
Yeah.
it was good to bump into her at QuiltCon real quick. I got to bump into so many people there. It was really nice. I'm sorry you didn't get to make it again. I was looking forward to seeing you
Yeah,
again,
I
but
wanted to see you guys too, believe it. Believe me, I wanted to see y'all.
yeah, but
And
it'll be back in.
if I get to come to the States next year, if things are not crazier than they already are, and if you don't make it to QuiltCon, then I'm gonna make a drive to Virginia just so I can see you.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make
Like,
it to Atlanta. I don't know if I'm going to make it to Atlanta. I know everybody wants me to. We'll just have to see.
I know you don't
Uh,
like spending the night away, but there is Airbnbs where you can be more comfortable.
that's what we normally use. Like, especially when we take the kids, we like to have our own
Because that's what
space.
I'm going to stay in while I'm up there. I'm not going to stay in the apartment with Thomas. That his little 500 square foot apartment. No thanks.
Yeah.
Now I might have Blaze over to the Airbnb because I'm gonna drag his behind to. Well, I'm gonna see if Thomas will go too, but if he doesn't want to, because he's like you. Well, I don't know if most everybody saw him on Two of My Lives, and he hardly said anything. I mean, he was just,
Well,
and he's because he's Mr. Introvert, so I don't know how he'll react in QuiltCon. And then again, he might enjoy it. It's really hard to say, because he's interested in me. He likes what I'm making, but little man, oh, he is really interested.
yeah. Well, the thing with those big shows like QuiltCon or even the other ones I've been to, yeah, there's a lot of crowds in different spots, but you can always go find a corner
Yeah.
or a space where there's not a lot of people. Because I know people have said that in the past, like, I don't like crowds, and I hate crowds with a passion.
Well, I know you did,
Um,
but you did fine when I saw you in 2020, and that was the first time you'd gone, right?
QuiltCon, yeah, because it's the only time. That was the first time I was in Raleigh because I don't have the budget to fly out to Phoenix or
Well, yeah, I couldn't go to Phoenix
and
either.
that either. It'd be nice if I could. I'd love to get out to Phoenix. Well, actually, just see Phoenix. I've never been out to that part of the country. I've been to Vegas once as an extended layover, but that's about it. But I'd love to see that part of the country. But yeah, I just don't have the budget, unfortunately, to fly out there. Get the hotel rooms, meals, and everything else. Plus, if you send me out to Phoenix in that part of the year. I'm going to
Hmm.
end up at the Major League Baseball spring training fields. Like, you'd be like, wasn't Sean coming to Phoenix? What happened to him?
I know what happened to my camera. I
Oh,
forgot.
okay.
I forgot
Yeah,
to plug the power source into my phone, so within 20 minutes, my battery's going to die when it's running live. You think I'd know that by
yeah.
now?
So no, yeah, you probably wouldn't even see me. I'd probably end up in the wrong place. I'd probably be on the bus with all the other baseball fans.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And I think that Thomas would probably be okay as long as, like you said, he had a place to go take a deep breath, and
Yeah.
chill.
And if you want, go in the afternoon because, like, I know,
Yeah. Or have him go on or come with me on Sunday, because less
yeah,
people
because
can be there on Sunday then versus the opening day. Now, Blaze, on the other hand, he's going to be Mr. Man. He don't care who it is.
yeah, because I heard like both times I've been in Raleigh. Thursday and Friday were absolutely insane. And then
Yeah.
when I went on Saturday morning, like after we did our meetup, like 11 o'clock, I went down to the show floor and like it was just wall to wall people. And I was there for about 20 minutes and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to stay. Like I might just hop in my car and go home. But then like 20 minutes later, like noon 30, everybody disappeared. I guess everyone got tired and went home for lunch, and never came back because like by 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah, like the quilt section was still a little crowded, but the vendor floor and everything else, I mean, you could probably, swing a baseball bat around there and still not hit anybody. So yeah, go in the afternoon. And I've seen that, in the past too at other shows where it's been super busy, morning, early afternoon, but by like 2:30, everybody's gone home. So yeah, if you're worried about crowds, go in the afternoon or go on Sunday because usually the last day of these shows is a lot less crowded. Anyway, so I have made a boo-boo on this. I tried to assemble this about a month ago and
Uh-oh.
realized that this section is half an inch shorter than this, so it doesn't fit.
How did
So
that
when I was
happen?
telling, I don't know. I have not the first clue. I don't know if it's a printing error or a Sean error, probably the latter. But what I did is I just added a piece of fabric to the top, and then I was going to trim it and stick it together. Like I was telling you earlier, if it has 1,200 pieces, what's an extra seam? Who cares? No one will ever see it. So we got to stick that. Like
Are you guys not hearing us? Can you hear Sean while he's talking, Katie? Yes. Are you guys not hearing? Wait, we need to stop for a minute.
oh, you're fine. Well,
Can you
someone else
please
popped
let
in to
us
see
know in the
you.
chat you're hearing both of us?
Hang on, let me
Stick
put
a
my
heart up
headphone.
there. They should be
No, we're
hearing.
good. I can hear it.
Okay, because I was going to say, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hello,
I think it was.
Denise. It's Denise. Hello, Sean and Katie. I stayed up, but think I will make it to the end. Then she says, can you hear Sean while he's talking to Katie? That's why I was asking that question. I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
no, I saw that. No, I saw someone else pop in and say that we're good. Um, sometimes it's tech glitch. So yeah, maybe just reset. But I just put my headphones on and listen to the thing from YouTube itself, and it looks like it's just fine and dandy. So we should be good. So yeah, I've added the extra little piece at the top now and trimmed it. And so now, in theory,
You should fit.
it should fit. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what happened. I went to put it together. I actually put it together, and then I was like, hang on, this thing doesn't fit. What happened here? And so
Yep. Hi, Giovanna. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Evelyn. It's good to. I'm not sure if you've been here. Yeah, maybe this is your first time. So hello.
yes, thank you.
And wait a minute. Um, they're saying they can hear us. Your audio
Yep.
is fine. You're good. Okay, good, good. Tasha says, I would have told you long ago. Everything is fine, Kath. Okay, thanks. And then Michelle, hey Michelle, how you doing? She says, hello, Katie and Sean. I can hear both of you. It's good.
Excellent.
All right. Let me get back on this before I get sidetracked. So while I was still awake, I did these two before you got here. So I got
Okay.
this piece done,
Oh, that's good.
which is all that was on that side. And then I got this piece done. Which is that.
Excellent. And that's good ones to start off with. When you see these patterns, you got to find a few of these blocks that only have like 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. So if you're a bit
Well, I
nervous
must
about
have been
getting
insane to take on this one because there's lots of little pieces right there.
yeah, but once you've done a couple of big ones, you see those ones there, and it actually, I don't know, I like working on the little ones because they seem to go a lot quicker, and
Yeah,
you
there's less
feel
to
like you've actually
sew.
achieved something.
Yep, yep, yep. I agree with you on that part. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get myself confused here.
All right, so we're gonna stick this together and hope.
Okay, so that's number 3. Where's number 2 at?
I line this up right,
That's
and then
4.
I can trim the last little bit.
There's 2. Oh, here's number 2.
All right, so
These small pieces, I just went ahead and like cut small stuff because I didn't think I needed enormous pieces to be cutting on. And it looked like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing 5. Where's number 5 at?
I don't
Really?
know.
It went missing, Sean.
That's not good.
It's probably on the floor.
Yeah, that's usually a good place to
God
look
only
for it.
knows where. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll entertain them while you're going. Somehow. So thank you also for joining us. It's good to have you here on a nice, bright and early Sunday morning. I'm not sure what the weather is like where you are. I think here we had some rain overnight, which was sorely needed. We've been way too dry for way too long. And this is the block that I've now put together, which is good. So this is part of the wing, and then some of the horns. And so what I've also done with this block is I'm using my own fabrics, and I'm changing up a lot of the horns and stuff. Rather than using the solids, they suggest I've been using batiks because I figured that horns looking, but in batiks would look really, really nice. So that's what I've been up to. This block has been kind of sitting on the sideline for about a month. I haven't wanted to touch it, but today I figured would be a good opportunity for me to just get it going. Now that I've added a piece of fabric, it looks really nice. I can hardly tell. And once we get these pieces sewn together, I don't think anyone's ever going to be able to tell. So unless your memory here is really, really good. Here we go. Trimmed. And put him back in his little bag and move on to the next one. Let's see. Denise is here. She says raining right now in SoCal. Wow, you're up early out there in Southern California.
Sylvia says, wow, Sean, Toasty's going to be dramatic. Looks great.
Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be really nice. I wish I'd bought the pattern. I didn't buy the pattern because originally I was going to do it like in purple or green or something like that, and then the person I'm making it for asked her, what color do you want? Oh, I want the red that I wouldn't mind the red that's there on the pattern. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's
Well,
right. You're making that for a coworker, aren't you?
yes, yeah, she retired a little while ago. She retired a couple of years earlier than expected. And so I told her, well, it's not gonna be ready for you before you retire, but that's okay.
Well, sometimes things happen.
Exactly.
Nothing you can do about it.
When it's done, it's done. Mina says, have a great day. She needs breakfast. That's good. So,
Mona, have a great day. Hi, Fern King. How are you?
oh, my mate Fern, I haven't seen Fern in a while, so that's
Me
good.
neither.
I haven't been on the right lives. You know, I'm sure she's running around somewhere, but
All right, now I know what color that's supposed to be, and I know I still had some of it left.
all right. Which block do I wish to do next? It would in alphabetical order, right? All right, we'll do this one. So this is my next section. Unfortunately, my second camera is not behaving itself today, so we got to work on this little section right here.
Yeah, mine died because I forgot to plug in the cord.
Oh,
And I know the phone will die if you don't. And I don't know why I forgot to do that. I got distracted by something.
probably fatigue.
Yeah, I'm tired. And that's probably what it is. Oh, here it is. I knew it was here somewhere. Here's number 5 right here.
Oh, another one of your sidekicks is here now.
Who's my sidekick?
Sherry.
Hello, Terry. Uh-oh, what happened to the screen?
All right, let's see. Sherry, so it's good to see you. I'm trying to think the last time that I worked on Toasty.
Probably the last time you and I worked on it, I think.
I know
Maybe.
it might be that I haven't touched Toasty in a while because I've just been obsessed with this project.
Yes, you have. And now you got me wanting to be obsessed with it and get the smaller size. I got the bigger
You,
one, but not the smaller one.
I think you do honestly, like all kidding aside, I think you do really well with it. If you rocked
Oh,
those
definitely.
4-inch blocks for the Star Climber, I mean, you'll be able to do that
Yep,
in your sleep.
exactly. I don't see myself having trouble with it, that's for sure.
Not at all. And even if you have any like a basic understanding of FPP, you can do the smaller blocks too. They're not nearly as difficult as you think. Like there was one block here that, where is it? This one right here. This is a three inch, like a finished 3-inch block. This has
That is
16
an
pieces.
amazing block.
Yeah. And it might have taken me, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes. You'll have to go over to Tammy's channel and figure out how long it took me to make last week. But it wasn't that hard. Like
Yeah,
you think those tiny pieces would drive you nuts, but it actually works out quite nice because it's with that project, it's all squares, triangles, and rectangles. So you haven't got any of these weird,
yeah.
you know, different
Hey,
shapes like it does
Sherry.
here.
Good morning, Sherry.
Oh,
Let me see here. Deb says, good morning, Sean and Katie. Good morning to you, Deb S. Welcome, welcome.
oh, my buddy Deb. I had her yesterday on my live. It was fun hanging out with her.
And apparently it is raining where Denise is, and she's happy about that.
Yep.
And I'm sitting in here thinking, why do I feel cold air? That's why I got up and walked out. I guess I forgot to close the door all the way, the
Whoops.
front door, because I had it open earlier to let all the heat out.
Yeah.
And then I took Nora out, and I thought I had shut it when I came back in, but apparently I didn't.
Oh, well, it
But if
happens.
anybody would have walked up there, she would have been alerting me to it. So there was nothing to worry about.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be too concerned.
Yeah, I wasn't. I just can't believe I forgot all about it. That's all. Didn't, because I felt the cold air and it didn't register until a few minutes ago. I'm like, wait, it's a little bit chilly in here now. And earlier I was sweating,
Yeah.
because the weather's being weird here right now. We had 3 days where it was 65 degrees.
Hmm.
And so the lake started thawing. And then I walked out the door yesterday morning to take her for potty patrol before we went to bed, because it was in the morning my time. It's like 4 a.m. in the morning. And I walk
Yeah.
out there and there's frost on the ground.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay. So I go look out the kitchen window. Sure enough, what all that stuff that I saw falling out for 3 days in a row, it was frozen, because when I looked at the temperature gauge outside, it said it was -5 degrees.
Okay.
So I'm like, okie dokie, maybe
That's
winter's
Celsius,
not
right?
leaving. No, yeah, Celsius, yeah.
Yeah. So about 22
Yep,
Fahrenheit.
yep. So I'm like, well, I guess old man winter isn't leaving like I was hoping.
Yeah. I figured you'd be
I'm
pretty
like
much done
ready
with
for
that by
spring to
now.
get here. I'm ready for spring.
Yeah. The weather here in Virginia's been kind of like a roller coaster too. Like it'll be really warm and then we get a cold front come through and it's cooler today. I think it was I think it was close to 80, 85 yesterday. And then I think today's supposed to be in the 60s. So
Yeah. One thing I noticed about this paper is
yeah.
the glue that I'm using to fasten down the first piece,
Uh-huh.
not doing a very good job of it.
Oh, see, I don't use glue,
And I
so
think and I think the paper's just too slick for it or something.
could be.
I just use it for that very first piece.
Yeah. I operate in a wing and a prayer.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, especially when I'm trying to learn how to do this.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be fine because I mean, as I said, this is not your first FPP project.
No, it's not. It's just one of, it's just the first time doing one of this scale.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But yeah, you'll be fine. I mean, I think it's more like the mental part of it at the beginning is the hardest part, and then once you get
Yeah.
rolling, it just you're good. So
And I'm trying to make sure, because I didn't cut this apart, so I'm doing it without cutting it apart. See this, Sean? I've left it intact.
oh, you're brave.
So I'm like making sure I don't accidentally cut something I'm not supposed to cut.
Yeah, I wouldn't attempt that personally. I bet if it's working for you, then
Well,
go
right now
for it.
it's kind of working for me. We'll see what happens when yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I that would make me very nervous. So, but
We're
at the
back.
end of the day, like I say a lot, you do you.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, maybe I should have thought of doing it this way, because it is a little bit more difficult. I can still cut it off.
Yeah, I mean you got that option. So I'd be in
Yeah.
now that you said that, I'd be very interested to see how you do with that, because
I'm just making sure I don't accident, because I did this center first. Well, no, I did the top first, the center next, and I'm doing this bottom. And I probably should have done the bottom. Well, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't have mattered which way I did it. Either way, it's going to be a little precarious.
yeah. So for anyone in the chat, has anyone done one of these legit kits before? And if so, which one have you done? And for everyone, which one would you like to do if given an opportunity?
Yeah, I'd be curious to know what they'd like to do too. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, on a living on a prayer. Yep. That's a good one, Denise.
Yep.
Okay, we need number 2. Where's number 2? Right there. No, no number two. Oh, there it is. Yes, I've been
Maybe you
talking
can.
a lot to myself tonight. Sorry, or
Uh,
today. It's not nighttime anymore.
well, it's nighttime somewhere. New Zealand, Australia, Eastern Asia.
That's true. I definitely think if I use my light box on this, it might make it easier.
Yeah, I know cutting the fabric out using the Caterpillar was really good.
Yeah. So I have to make space on this desk and I got to figure out how I'm going to fit that big, because that's a big one. So I got to figure
Yeah,
out how I can get all of that on this small space.
yeah, I got the big one too, and I don't know.
Small space, Sean.
Yep.
Hey, have you ever been in IKEA?
Yeah.
So this table, this desk I'm sitting at right now is probably um, maybe 3 foot wide, maybe. Have you ever seen one longer than that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, this dining
I
room
would
table.
love it if I could find like a 5 foot one, you know?
Yeah, I think that's going to be hard because, like, this is a dining room table that I'm sitting at, and it's 3 foot wide.
Yeah, there's not enough because this Janome takes over half of it up. Well, about half of the table up.
Yeah, it'd almost be something you may have to get it custom built, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know you didn't want to hear that.
No, I didn't because I'm also want to look at the while I'm in IKEA, look at the tables that go up and down. So if I wanted to stand and so I could. But if I'm going to eventually start doing one of these days, I'll get brave enough and quilt a really big quilt, but not right now. I need more space.
And I know it wouldn't be easy for you to get your hands on one, but I'm wondering maybe if like some sort of industrial thing like Harbor Freight Tools or something like that, where they have like stuff for industrial yards and that, maybe they have a wider table.
They might. I know I've seen desks bigger, but I
Yeah,
don't
getting
know
it
if they have such things in Europe like what I'm talking about.
maybe in Germany, because I mean they do a lot of manufacturing and stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Because it just needs to be like an extra foot wider and then it'll be perfect.
Yeah. Chris says she's planning on doing the mama and baby bears. That one's cute. I think that one would be really fun to tackle
You're
someday.
talking about Ursula Major or a different one?
No, there's a new pattern that came out recently. It's the black bears.
Oh,
And
black one.
there's a mama and baby black bear with a beautiful green and brown background. Yeah, so I think that's the one she's talking about.
Oh, I did not know about that
Yeah,
one.
I think it came out. It's one of the new releases, if I remember correctly.
I haven't gone and looked lately.
Yeah,
I
I
sent that
probably
email last night.
I probably should not go look at their Facebook site because every time they pull something out, I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. But I'm being good. I'm not buying any more until I finish this one. Because otherwise it'll be 20 years from now, and I'll still be I won't have finished this one. So yeah, one legit kit at a time.
Yeah, but I think maybe this one's took you longer because you've had to choose your own fabric.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is a project that I like to work on for a little bit and then move back to something else.
Else.
So
Yeah, something else. I get that. I'm on a roll with getting my Katie's Creative Chaos. I think I can get it done before my behind goes to Denmark.
good.
And I'm going to take it with me and have it quilted. I think I'm going to take 4 quilts. I was just going to take 3, but I am really thinking about taking 4. I already got my date set in. She's already got me written in her books because I told her I was either going to bring 3 or 4, and she's like, okay. And I'm going to drop them off on the 30th. And then on our way back from Sickleboard, we're going to pick it back up on the 2nd of July. So that should be enough time for her to quilt them all, as long as there's not a problem anyway.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's gonna feel good to have another PMQ quilted. It's gonna be one of my Cosmos, the one Team Amy.
Uh-huh.
The other one's almost finished. The other one, and I forget what it's called. One's called Amy, and one was called oh, I can never remember the other one's name. But it'll be nice to have that one done because that's another one in my pocket done, you know, other than I gotta
Yeah.
get the binding done on it, and I could do that when I get home.
Terry's asking if we can get a standing table tray.
Hmm?
Sherry said in the comments here, can you get a standing table tray, like in regards to your
You mean
table?
like a portable TV dinner tray?
No, I think she's talking about like the rising table things. I mean,
I don't
you can,
know if there's a portable one or not. I won't know until I get to IKEA and look around at everything they have to offer.
yeah. I actually got a standing, like a stand-up table, portable one but it's like 18 by 26.
Oh, you mean like the foldable tables? Yeah, I'm not putting my sewing machine on one of them. We have two over there that are 5 foot long, but I would never put that heavy machine on it because it would vibrate and it would ruin all the mechanical parts inside of it.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Can't have that happening. I can't afford to have to buy a new sewing machine. That's the only reason I'm not over there using that long table. But when I watch Nikolai sew on that table over there, you can see the table shaking. I'm like, nope. That might be why the bobbin winder died on it. I was trying to wind a bobbin on that little Singer.
Yeah.
And it made some weird noise and then stopped. It just locked itself up. Now the rest of the sewing machine's fine.
You're the second person this week that I've talked to has had that problem.
Yeah, and somebody said, well, there might be thread all up inside it. I can't see anything inside of it. And there's no way to take the cover off of it and inspect it that I can see. It's a little Singer talent, so maybe it's not meant to be messed with. I don't know.
Well, that's interesting, yeah, because the other person I heard had issues with their bobbin winder was also a Singer, but their Singer's it's an antique. I don't know how old it is exactly. I think it's like from the 70s or 80s. I mean, it's run its course. Like
it was interesting because all I wanted to do was wind bobbins on it, and that was it. And it's like, oh, I broke it. And I don't really know why it. I mean, I didn't know there was anything wrong with it to begin with.
yeah.
I mean, the machine's been parked more than it's been used since I got the Janome, you know.
Well, it could be that this is like a piece of fluff or something in it. Like
Well,
very
I
well could.
looked. I did find, you know, that the Singer had that little padded thing that the bobbin sits on top of, and it had got down inside of it, and I pulled that out, but I couldn't see anything else in there that was causing a jam. And it's too bad because I would have loved to have figured out how to take the cover off of it. Maybe I would have seen what was going on, but I couldn't find any screws to unscrew to take it apart. It's just
I'm not good at that stuff, so I'm not the right one to
yeah, so I'm
offer
not
advice on
either,
that
so
one.
that's why I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
And we did Alibaba, who is John, he went and looked it up, and there's not even specs on how to take the cover off of it. So it means they didn't want you messing with it.
Right.
Hey, Donnell, welcome, welcome.
Good to see her.
And hello, Linda of Irish Cell Lady. It's good to see you too. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, I saw her pop in a little earlier, and I said hi to her mentally, but not physically. I'm terrible about that.
Let's see who else came sneaking in. I didn't see.
All right, let's see if I did this right the second time. Since Donella's here, how are you doing with your lion? I can't remember what you called it.
Hi, SK, damn it. It's good to see you. Hello, Chris. It's good to see you also.
Just
And
saying
I think
hello.
I am now caught up.
I'm gonna start cutting these pieces of fabric a little bigger.
That's interesting.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Trying to get it to line up.
Some of these pieces are like a hair, like it's very much borderline.
Yep, I hear you.
So I think next time I just need to make it bigger.
Let's get this under here.
And it'll be fine. I mean, it's not, as long as it's done and it looks good, I'll be happy. I'm not planning on entering this into any shows, so
No, it's really weird that I have a white wall behind me.
oh yeah, I hadn't noticed that until now.
You're so observant.
I usually am observant, but today, no, not so much. I mean, I didn't roll out of bed
It's
until
been off the wall since Wednesday.
see, I pay attention more to what people are working on and stuff, more so in the background, I guess.
But when I see a white wall behind me, I'm like, that really hurts my eyeballs. It's like I need to put something up there to take up the space until it comes back home, you know? Well, it hasn't left the
Yeah.
house yet. Right now, it's in a safe place until it's time to take it. Because I knew I couldn't take it off the wall by myself, so that's why he went ahead and helped me get it off the wall.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
worried
terrible.
about the hula hoop coming apart. If it went,
All right, let's.
oh
Did
no.
we tell? Yeah, Danelle was asking what we're working on. I think did we tell her that I'm working on Toasty and she's working on Ursula Minor and Major, the legit kids patterns.
Yeah, this is what I'm working on, Donnell.
Denise says, "Gosh, an hour nearly gone and not a bit sleepy." I'm sorry to hear that because yeah, no, she. Well, a lot of times people tune into like I've had people
There's
said
a
that they
bunch of
can't.
them that stayed in. There's a few of them that are in here right now that was with us on Williams' channel. So I know some of them didn't go to bed either, probably from the looks of it.
Yeah, a lot of times I see people come in and like I'm here because I couldn't sleep last night, and then like they disappear because they fell asleep. Apparently, my voice puts people to sleep sometimes. Which, if you're having trouble sleeping, that's fantastic. So
Andrea falls asleep on my live, so I don't think you better take that personal.
no, I don't. But really, at the end of the day, like if you come onto the live because you need help, resting and falling asleep, and that's what ends up happening
Yeah,
to you, I don't take it personally. I think it's great. If it helps you achieve what you need to do, why would I get upset over that? Like it just doesn't.
yeah, I agree with you. You know
Yeah.
what's funny is I'll be watching a YouTube live and fall asleep, and I only wake up when a stupid commercial comes on.
I know, right? I was thinking that
Hilarious.
much.
I'm like, wait a minute, there's something wrong with this video. I hear a commercial.
Well, I still remember like in Australian schools, it's not uncommon in 10th grade to go on what we call our Central Australia excursion, which is like a 2 week trip through the outback.
Uh-huh.
And it was so much fun. Like you got to see parts of the country you'd never get a chance to see otherwise, especially now because I live on the other side of the world. And some of those bus rides were so long, like you'd be on a bus for like 8 or 10 hours at least between destinations. And they'd put a movie on. I'd fall asleep. I fall asleep through every movie. But I'd always wake up at the end once they started playing that music for the
Yeah.
credits. So
Mm-hmm. My kids were famous for falling asleep on long drives too. All three of them.
I don't fall asleep. Well, I'm usually driving, so I can't fall asleep during a drive. But yeah, if you put a movie on anywhere, I'm out.
It was funny. Well, not so funny for Kristen. First time they got to fly on an airplane, and she already was a bit sensitive to motion anyway. And I had taken some Dramamine with us in case she got sick. She was fine on the airplane, but as soon as we got into Blue's van and she sat in the very far back seat without thinking about it, within 5 minutes she says, "Mom, tell Blue to stop the van." And I'm like, uh-oh. I knew what was coming.
Oh, poor thing.
And he says, I said, "You better stop or you're going to have a mess in the floor of the van." He's like, "Okay." Because she was sick.
Yeah, see, I get sick on planes now, like motion sickness.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. Like the last time I went to Australia, I had motion sickness from Houston all the way to San Francisco and then all the way to Sydney. It was miserable.
I don't usually suffer too much with the airplane. It's getting in the back seat of people's cars.
Yeah. The Dramamine helps me now with cars. It didn't used to, but now it does. So maybe it'll help on an airplane. But I mean, I sometimes feel queasy and stuff riding on like the DC Metro or the New York subway and that sort of thing there. So it's gotten bad. Like it never bothered me until about 10 years ago, and now
Something's changed in your
something's
equilibrium.
changed. Yeah, it was on the way to my sister's wedding in 2013 that it first started.
Sounds
So
like
this is my
changed.
first section.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah. It's a little brighter in person than it shows you on the camera. It looks a little flat, but
Yeah, but it looks good.
yeah. All right, so now work on the next piece. B, C. It doesn't really matter which one I do, but I'm trying to do it in alphabetical order. Well, this one only has three
Denise wants to
pieces.
know how many hours that flight is to Australia.
Okay, so from the west, because normally what you do is you go from like, because I'm on the East Coast, so you normally fly from here to the West Coast, San Francisco or Los Angeles, and then from Los Angeles, from there, to Sydney, it's about 16 hours. Coming back, it's about 14 because of the curve, with the winds and the curving of the earth and everything else, it's different. But yeah, you're on that plane for a very long time. There's now also an option where you can fly to Sydney via directly from Houston or Dallas Fort Worth in Texas, which I'm very interested in trying next time because that flight's like 17.5 hours, but you're not having to fly all the way to the West Coast. So you'll actually save time and be on the plane about 3 hours less. So
I liked straight thing down here looks like. I liked doing the straight shot if I was leaving California to fly to Denmark.
yeah,
If I could avoid any layovers, I did. But that meant you're spending 11 straight hours in the air.
yeah,
But it was worth it to keep from having to go like to Heathrow or somewhere else and
right.
just sit for a couple hours and then get back on a plane again, because I wanted to hurry up and just get it over with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, now the planes can make it to Texas. They didn't use, when I first started doing it, you could not make it from Australia to Texas on a plane. Now you can. So I haven't done it, but I'm very interested in trying it.
If you can fly on a Dreamliner, that would be the best thing to fly on.
Oh, those things are wonderful. Yeah, that's what
Oh my
most
God,
of
they're like riding in a Cadillac, literally.
yeah. No, I'm a big fan of the Dreamliners. So
I mean,
that's what
the whole
most,
what I love the most about it is how they soundproofed it. You can't hear the engines running.
yeah, no, they're a nice, they're a very nice aircraft.
Now, this is the second time I pulled this out, which means there's something wrong with the size of this. And I'm making a mess out of it, so I better fix it this go around.
I do miss the big jumbo jets too.
Yeah, I miss flying on the Dreamliner myself.
Yeah, most of the planes that go to Australia from here are either Dreamliners or sometimes a 777. I think Qantas is still operating the A380.
So I don't know that I want to get on a 777. And all the stuff that they've had go wrong with those.
I figure at the end of the day, as long as the pilot thinks it's safe to go, I'm fine with it because they want to get to the destination safely just as much as you do. So
Well, yeah, it just makes me a little leery, that's all.
yeah.
Because that plane has had more issues than any of them.
Raven says, some people grew up riding roller coasters and out of nowhere as an adult, they can no longer suffer it. That's definitely me. Yeah, I used to love riding roller coasters, and now, yeah.
Yeah, I can't ride roller coasters anymore. I feel like I'm gonna have a daggone heart attack if I get on,
Yeah,
if I ride on one.
yeah, if I take Dramamine, I can go on some of the lighter ones that don't go up. But if it goes upside down, I'm out.
Yep,
Now that's.
yep.
I went on a motion simulator at the Air and Space Museum near here a couple of years ago at the boys, and it was a roller coaster. It simulated going upside down. And I was nauseous for about 24 hours after that. I was like, okay, that has just solidified that I cannot ever go upside down on a roller coaster again. But you know, they designed roller coasters and theme parks and stuff like those rides are designed for teens and folks in their 20s and early 30s. So I'm not their target demographic.
I can get nauseated on my stomach just from somebody's camera moving too fast.
Yeah. And it's funny how it changes as you get older. SK Dammer is asking, is a paper piecing? Yes, this is a fully paper pieced pattern. So this is like the paper that I'm working on right now. And
it is definitely paper piecing.
yep. Okay, good. That piece is big enough.
I need to make a bigger piece because that one was too small. This is this a thing with Kona rattling like this? See it?
Sometimes.
Gosh, that's a lot of rattling. And it's been sitting in the box with me not touching it.
Yeah. I've heard some people complain about it, like saying that it's sprays a lot and stuff. I see it on occasion, but not very often. So it just may have not been a good batch or something would be my best guess.
Yeah, and I'm
Good morning.
spoiled by boutique, so that might have something to do with it too.
Ah, for sure. Yeah, if you're used to boutiques and then you jump into like, yes, this should knows the difference. Good morning,
Cotton is
Mr.
like
Regina. It's good to
different.
see you.
Hey, K Money, how are you?
That's Miss. It's Regina, right? Please tell me I
I
got
don't
the
know
name
her
right.
name. I don't
I
think.
think it's Regina. We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names, but I actually do all right here with YouTube with all my quilting buddies. So
Which way do I want to turn this?
let's see if I can do this successfully. Well, Deb said Regina, so I think I might be right on that.
Then you got it right.
First time for everything, right?
Yeah, well, you're right about many things, John. You don't hear me complaining.
Good.
How you doing, Regina? All right, let's try this again, and then maybe this time it'll be fine.
Yes, I'm Regina. Okay, cool. All right, excellent. I got it right. Go me. So lesson learned today is that Sean needs to give himself a little more seam allowance on his cuts.
Yeah, I think that was what was wrong here. I didn't have it cut big enough. Now it
Yeah,
looks fine. Seems
that's all
like
right. You live and learn.
Yep. Okay, I just gotta be careful here. Man, there's a lot of bulk on these small pieces.
Yeah, I've also noticed too, sometimes if you have a lot of pieces coming together, it's sometimes good to sew at slightly less than a 1/4 inch seam allowance. you don't have quite as much bulk there. I think that's one tip that a lot of people have done these have said, just do a little bit less, make your life a little bit easier. All right, so Gina says she's good. She's working on school stuff for about an hour and then off to the sewing room. Very nice. I'm assuming you're a teacher, or maybe a student.
Or a student.
Yeah. Well, I'm around teachers all the time, so that's kind of why I always assume it's a teacher.
Hey, teacher. Oh, I already trimmed this side, so I just got to trim this one side here. But yep, there's. Have you used the acorn thing on these or no?
No, I have not.
So I was wondering if that would help at all.
I'm sure it would.
With the bulk.
If you have it, give it a go and see what happens. I haven't really had a huge issue with it. So, but the acorn works so well with my, I've never used it on paper piecing. I know a lot of people do, and they say it's really good for that. So give it a shot and see what happens. But I use it a lot on the like Art East and Elizabeth Hartman stuff because it really works well there. And you don't need very much of it.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. SK is asking if we're working on the same thing. Sorry if you've already said. That's okay. We don't mind answering the same question, different times during the live because we know people pop in and pop out during the live. It's not like a movie where you all show up at the beginning and stay to the end. Although if you did, that'd be fantastic. So no, we're working on two different patterns. Katie is working on Ursula Major and Minor, right?
Which is this. Ursula Major. That's what I'm working on.
I'm doing Toasted a Dragon. It's the same company, just two different patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no, feel free to ask questions. So we've answered
you're
it before.
welcome to ask questions. It's fine.
Yeah, because I know during my live, because I start at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and I'll answer the same, what am I working on question multiple times during the live because some people are there bright and early and bushy-eyed and whatever you want, whatever that's called.
Bright and bushy tails.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. And then some people pop in, halfway through towards the end. And, we're happy to answer that. So, yeah, you're good. Regina says she's a teacher completing her 31st year in May. Very, very nice.
Congratulations. Wow.
You guys.
That's dedication.
It is. You guys earn every dollar you earn. Like, I couldn't be a teacher. I see what, my wife's a teacher. And I know I couldn't do it.
That is total dedication.
Getting those summers, because a lot of times you don't even really get the summers off because you're already, you're preparing for the next school year and everything else. Yep. So I admire you all. I couldn't, it's not something I could do.
Okay, that's that bone. Boom, boom, boom.
I think I'll just stick to my customer service in international shipping. I seem to be halfway decent at that, so I'll stick to that.
Okay. Whatever works, right?
Yep, whatever pays the bills.
That's right.
And allows me to buy some fabric once in a while.
I'm gonna have to put a pin on this paper. I have this centerpiece right here. The number 3 piece that I can't sew on is because it's the cornflower.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to put a pin on here to keep this from coming off because I tore the paper where the seam is at a little bit.
Right.
It'll be all right though. It'll be all right.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so Laurie's here. Good morning to you. And then Denise says here that she worked in a fabric store that sold Kona at different prices. The higher the thread count costs more. I didn't realize they had different.
I didn't either. I thought they were all the same.
Yeah. But that might explain why the stuff that I got at Joanne didn't seem to be quite the same as the stuff I got at Fabric Hut. But I thought it was all the same. I did not know that. So I'm always learning something new. All right, so this is my next little section that I just finished.
And let me see that. Oh, that looks good.
Yeah. So I've got one more little section to do, and then I'm going to start putting these little sections together. It's all coming together a lot quicker than I thought it would, but that's okay. We'll sort it out. And then Doral says she's not chatty because she's waiting for her coffee to work. Yeah, I'm still waiting for mine to work too.
What?
She says she's not super chatty because her coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Oh.
2, 1.
Do you drink coffee, Sean?
Sorry?
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah,
Hmm.
most days.
Yeah, I don't. Me and Nikolai are the only two in our entire family that doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah, Amanda and I didn't before. I think we were both in our 30s or, yeah. I think Amanda was in her mid-30s before she started drinking it. She started one day, I think we picked up her parents really early to take them to the airport. And she wanted something to drink and she got coffee, and then that's been it for her. And then, yeah, like I was actually a barista for about 5 or 6 years and I didn't drink coffee. And then I'd have a cup once in a while. Now it's just something I enjoy most days. But there's some days where I just don't feel like making it, and that's okay.
The only time I've ever actually had to drink coffee is when I went to visit some friends in New Jersey, and I was sleeping on the couch, or I was supposed to be sleeping, and but my asthma was being very, very crazy. And by the time I finally realized I was in trouble, I was crawling on all fours to their door, to their bedroom door. And when I banged on the door, Tammy comes walking out and she sees me on the floor and she's like, uh-oh, I know what's wrong with you. And so she wakes up Blue, and Blue carries me to the bed because I couldn't breathe. And
Right.
what they were doing is she had because she was an asthmatic, so she already knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And she knew I was an asthmatic. And I don't know what was wrong with my asthma because I didn't have any trouble going to New York, New Jersey in the fall, but the spring, for some strange reason, it was terrible. And you know what they were poking down me? And I was fussing the whole time with my hands, like, no, I was telling them, you're going to drink this coffee because we don't want to have to take you to the ER and this will help. So they were poking coffee down me and doing a nebulizer. And about an hour later, I could breathe. It was weird. I didn't,
Well, good. I'm glad it
the
worked.
coffee was to help open up the blood vessels.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I didn't know you could do that. And because I was a non-coffee drinker, it actually worked because, I don't drink coffee.
I'm learning all sorts of new stuff. Yeah, it's the pollen.
It's an emergency situation when all else fails, like your inhaler without having, because they would have took me to the ER if they couldn't have got it under control. But Tammy, being the asthmatic that she was, she knew what to do in an emergency situation, which I was. And then when I went back to New York, she sent me with her because she had 2 nebulizer machines, and she sent me back to New York with a bit of medicine in the machine, and then I left the machine with Melanie and them to send back to her when I got ready to go back to Florida because my asthma was being psychotic, like it always does in weird places.
Yeah.
Hey, I got that one piece on
Yeah.
without accidentally cutting into another one. So all I need is that one cornflower, fabric, which is missing at the moment.
Yeah.
And I can finish this piece. But I am going to have to pin it on here because the seam line where I sewed the blue to the white. But anyway, here's what this piece looks like.
All right. Oh, there you go. That looks good.
Yeah. But it's this piece right here I need, right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So all done with this one.
There you go. And the nice thing is you can move on and work on something else while you wait for that
Yep.
find its way to you.
Yeah, I already have another page pulled out to work on. And this one involves 3 different colors of white.
That sounds interesting.
Well, this is what the piece looks like.
Oh, okay.
And these are the whites. And you're not going to be, I don't think you're going to be able to tell you might. Let's see if you can tell the difference between all 3 of them.
I can. Yeah, they're definitely all
This one
different.
in the middle seems to be the brightest of the 3.
Yeah. No, I can tell a difference.
Okay. Let's see how I'm going to do this.
I like these 3 batiks I'm currently using, and I'll show you all in just a minute. They all look very, very similar, but when you see them together, you'll be able to see.
They're different.
Yeah.
I is haze. So which one of these is haze? Because that's the middle one. That's this one. It is hot in this house again. That's because the sun has come out.
Oh, yeah, because it's mid-morning for you, right? Or,
Yeah, it's now the sun has been out since 5:30 this morning.
oh,
So
wow.
daylight is increasing exponentially fast now.
Let's see what's going on
And
here.
it was still it was twilight around 10:30 last night.
That would be so weird seeing sunlight that late.
Yep. Pretty soon we won't be able to see the northern lights at all. Because it went even in twilight, even though because there's like 2 hours of twilight, which
Yeah,
technically is not nighttime, you can't see northern lights because there's too much light.
I'd like to see that once.
We had some nice ones the other night.
Yeah, it came down here to Virginia one night, but of course it was cloudy. So
Of course it was. A lot of
I
times
knew,
what happens here, we have cloud cover, and all the pictures we see coming through Facebook from people we know in Nuke and Sissymoot or Nuke
yeah,
and Lisat is because they didn't have cloud cover and we did down here.
yeah. That's why I would like never really want to travel, to go see this sort of thing. But I was like, as soon as you do, you spend all that money on plane tickets and everything else. You get there, it'd be probably raining and cloudy, you wouldn't see diddly. So I just have to live vicariously through others.
It's really if you made if you came in the fall and you made the trip like to Nuke or Ely Lisat instead of down here, you're probably more likely to see them. But
Yeah,
we were seeing them in September for the last 2 falls. September wasn't cloudy at all, and oh my gosh, there was so many northern lights. It was crazy. The last 2 years have been really active with it.
yeah. I think that's because there's a lot of solar flares and solar activity
Yeah,
recently. It's in like that
yeah,
cycle where it's doing that.
super active.
Good afternoon, Miss Christina. It's good to see you.
Hi, Christina. Is that
She's probably
Christina
she's
Stromberg?
yeah.
Guess what? I found a long armor in Denmark, Christina. And she's going to quilt my quilts for me. I'm taking either 3 or 4. I haven't decided yet. Probably 3, but potentially a 4th one.
I got to meet Christina in February, which was really neat.
Yeah, I would love to meet her.
Yeah, she was a really nice lady. I really enjoyed hanging out. My only wish was like when I was there, I wish I got to spend more time with each person because it was very, very. It felt rushed
Yeah,
because there was so many people there.
Yep.
So I hope I didn't make anyone feel rushed. If it was, it wasn't intentional. It's just it went by so quickly. We might have to do a 2-hour meetup next time instead of 1 hour.
Yep. SW is snow. Okay, so this is the bone, so I don't need that yet.
Yes.
All right, it's these two pieces I need first.
So is anyone working on anything fun at the moment? But not maybe not actively sewing. If you're chatting, you can't. A lot of us can't sew and chat at the same time. But what projects are you currently working on? I'd love to hear because yeah, I've got a bunch going on.
Christina, what I did was I've been doing research trying to find some shops, and I've managed to find two or three of them that are kind of in the same path of where we're traveling. But then someone said, "Why don't you see if there's some quilt groups on Facebook?" And it didn't occur to me to check Facebook, and I found a quilt group through Sickleborg, and we're going to Sickleborg, and so I requested to be allowed to join the group, and this person messaged me on Messenger, and she says, "Well, I can't see your Facebook page or your Facebook because you have it set to private. So how do I know you're a quilter?" I said, "Would me sending you pictures be sufficient?" She said, "Yes." So I sent her four of my best quilt pictures, and she's like, "Okay, that's all I need to know." And then I got to talking to her because she's writing in Danish and I'm translating and writing back in English. So she was using the translator too, because she said her English wasn't so good. And we were communicating though without a problem at all. What did I do with my long ruler? But I asked her if she knew of any long armors near Sickleborg. She says, "As a matter of fact, I do." And so she gave me the information, and I contacted the fabrics because she has a little shop. She said her shop's not as big as some of a couple of other ones that she knows about. But I talked to the lady, and we've been conversing back and forth in an email, and I have a date set up to drop quilts off and a date to pick them up. So it worked itself out really good. Hey, Andy.
Yep, good to see our mate Andy.
So I'm super stoked about being able to come home with some quilted quilts.
Very nice.
Super stoked.
You're going to Sickleborg because it's not far from Legoland, correct?
Yeah, so here's and you probably will have to look this up later yourself. And I can send you an itinerary if you want it. So this is our plan. We land in Copenhagen on the 21st. We are going to rent a car, and the next day we're going to drive to Fano. And then from Fano, we spend 4 days in Fano. And I know I'm not saying that right because it's got that funny looking O in it.
Yeah.
And then
My Danish is horrible.
Yeah, my pronunciation sucks. It leaves a lot to be desired. But anyway, we're going to go from there to Billund, which is where Legoland is. We're going to spend Friday, Saturday, and I think we're leaving on Sunday. No, Monday. We're going to leave on Monday morning, so we're spending the weekend there. And we found a cute little Airbnb that's dog friendly because we're going to have to take Nora with us. And we're going to go from Billund, drop by the quilt shop on our way to Aarhus, spend one night in Aarhus because I want to go to IKEA and I need a longer ruler. Be right back. And then we're going to go from Aarhus back to the quilter shop. No, we're going to drop my quilts off, then go to Aarhus, then spend two and a half days in Sickleborg, then go back and pick up my quilts. Then we're going to go straight from there to Copenhagen and spend 3 days in Copenhagen. And on the fourth day, we'll fly out.
I'm tired just hearing that.
It's going to be fun.
No, you'll have a great time. You'll have to take plenty of footage. So us folks that
I mean, I'm planning on it. You can count.
I need to go to Denmark someday.
The footage.
Because I'm pretty sure Billund is where my Danish exchange student is from, or she lives near there.
Oh, you have one now, right? From Denmark?
No, that was last year.
Or last year?
Yeah.
Probably. When you heard me mention Sycamore.
Yeah, no, Sickleborg. I think she might have flown out of Sickleborg. I can't remember if she flew out of Billund or she's from Billund.
Well, there's actually an airport in Billund too.
I can't remember. I'm
Which I did not
horrible.
even know that until I saw it on Air Greenland. Um, I was going to say something too about, oh, one of the things we plan on doing when we spend the 3 days in Copenhagen is we're going to go troll hunting. That's one of the things.
Yes.
That's one of the things we're going to go do. Because last time we went, see, Fano has one, and I'm going to revisit it while Nikolai's in class. I'm going to drive over to where that one is in Fano and make a video. The little Airbnb that we're going to stay at faces the beach, which is very cool. We decided to talk to his boss to see if we could just secure, because it would save the company money to just secure us an Airbnb and let me go to the grocery store and buy whatever I want to make food, you know?
There you
I don't
go.
want to eat at the darn hotel every day. Because sometimes Katie gets tired of hotel food. Just saying.
Yep.
And so, and you know, being that the Airbnb is dog friendly. Now, see, when we land in Copenhagen, we're going to stay at the Clarion because they're dog friendly too.
That's good.
The Clarion is a five-star hotel, but you know what it's famous for? For Denmark, it's famous for on New Year's Eve they open their doors for all dog owners that have dogs that have issues with fireworks.
Okay.
Because the hotel is soundproof. And people can bring their dogs to the hotel and spend the night while fireworks is going off.
I love that. Yeah, because our beagle hates fireworks. He's old enough now that it doesn't really hear. I don't think he really hears them. We usually just
This is how soundproof it is. You cannot hear jets taking off and landing, and the airport's like right there.
Oh, well that's good.
That's how soundproof it is.
Put those two pieces together.
Uh-oh, somebody requested something. Raven says, what's ZMI?
It's a holiday of some description. Because Christina's saying that some quilt stores might close down around ZMI.
I don't know what ZMI is. You'll have to tell me because we're going out. We're leaving on June the 21st and coming back July 5th. And that quilt shop, I already talked to the owner and she's okay about me dropping stuff off on the 30th and picking it up on the 2nd. So can you tell me what ZMI is? I don't know what that is. Toasty is coming along. Looks great, Sean says, Andy.
Thank you. Yep, we're getting there. Getting there slowly. What's next? Okay, so A and B together. Now we got to put C. Right, hang on. C to D. All right, so that's C, not C. Whoops. That's C.
She said it should be midsummer, so I don't know what that means.
There's a midsummer.
Do you mean before? Oh, midsummer. That would be July, wouldn't it be?
No, June 21st. Usually it's the summer solstice.
No, June 21st is actually the first day of summer. Summer solstice. That's the first day of summer.
I thought this one the midsummer holiday was though.
No, it's
No?
not. No, sir.
Oh, okay. I mean, I believe you. I mean, you know more than I do, but
The last day of spring is the day before.
right. I always thought our European office is closed for the summer solstice.
See, Greenland has a holiday on the 21st. It's National Day and it's also Summer Solstice Day.
Midsummer is a major vibrant holiday in Scandinavia and parts of Europe celebrating the summer solstice.
Yeah, well then, okay, that's the 21st. We'll be in the air when that's going on.
Yeah. Okay. I thought our offices like because we have up at work we have offices in
Yeah.
Germany, Belgium, Sweden, some other places too, and they're all closed on like around the summer solstice. So I thought that was midsummer. I wasn't going to testify to it, but I was like, I
Yeah,
think I'm right.
I think we're supposed to land in the afternoon. And by the time we get checked into the hotel, get Nora. The biggest obstacle I'm going to run into with Nora probably the first day, the night of, because I need to find a store that's open that I can buy raw food from. That's going to be the obstacle. After that, once we get to Fano, I can just buy groceries and put it in the house. But I'm going to have to go find somewhere to buy a little bit of raw meat to feed her in the hotel with. Unless I can talk to the restaurant himself and see if I can buy raw hamburger meat from him. I could get away with that. She'd be fine.
Yeah, you might
That
be
and a
able
raw
to.
egg.
Depends what the health laws are and stuff, like they might not be legally able to.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
It can't hurt to ask though.
it never hurts to ask. That's right. I was just going to say that. The most they can say is, nope, can't do it.
Yeah, I was just
I
thinking
know
like
there's a grocery store right down the road, and I'm hoping that it'll be open because we're supposed to land around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And if we don't
Yeah.
mess around and get checked in, we should be able to go to the store right away.
Yeah.
Get her dinner for that night, and then we'll make the trek to Fano, and then I can worry about food when we get there.
Yeah. So is she gonna be able to fly in the cabin with you, or is she gonna have to?
Yes,
fly?
she'll be flying in the cabin with us.
Yeah.
She's small enough for that. She has to be under 12 kilo, or right around 12 to 11 kilos,
Right.
something like that.
So that's the next piece together. Really like those boutiques together. What do you think, Katie?
That looks good. Those points look nice.
Yeah, I mean they're not 100% perfect, but they're pretty darn good. So, all right, what's next?
Who knows the secret to making crispy hash browns? Well, the most I know about it is you need to get the moisture out of the hash browns by squeezing the moisture out with paper towels or a tea towel. And then Christina says, yes, it's about the time you get to Denmark. Yeah. I told Nikolai, I said, every time we turn around, we never make it he's never home for International Day here in Greenland because he's always either having to go to Denmark for school or he's out at sea.
Yeah.
So every year he misses the very thing that has to do with Greenland,
Yeah. Makes it hard.
Yeah, he's like, I'm getting used to this happening because it's always does. And I realized we weren't going to get to Denmark early enough to maybe locate some kind of celebration that, honoring Greenland.
Yeah.
But we are
Pre-cooked
going to see his
potatoes.
dad. We are going to see his dad, which makes me very happy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I told Nikolai, your dad's not getting any younger. You need to be seeing him.
That's true.
See, his dad lives in Sickleborg.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're going there. And it just
Gotcha.
so happens that there's a quilting group. What's sad is the lady that I've been conversing back for, she says, I realize you're not coming until the 21st, and our quilt show will be already done before you come. I'm like, oh,
that's no fun.
yeah.
Tasha says she's back. Kids are being fed, kitchen clean. Now it's time to sew. Excellent. Yeah, I don't know how much more sewing I'll get done today after this because I've got normal Sunday stuff to do.
What are y'all
Grocery
doing
shop,
today?
grocery shopping, and then I'll probably go hang out with, play tennis with Nardi. And then I think they might go do something like the two kids might go do something later on, so I have to ferry them over there. So yeah, Sundays are pretty busy here.
Sundays is supposed to be a relaxation day.
Yeah, well, that doesn't always happen here. And you have two active teenagers.
Is either
They
one
have a
of them
good
old
time.
enough? Is either one of them old enough for a driver's license?
They are not allowed to drive while they're here.
Oh, see, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's against the program rules. So most countries in Europe, you can't you can't even start the learning process to drive until you're 18.
Yes, it's the same here in Greenland. You have to be
Okay,
18.
yes, so I think pretty much every country, in a lot of those countries over there too, you have to do your learning, like learn your drive, like all the learning, like you can't just jump in the car of your mum and dad, you have to actually go to a professional driving school.
Yep, yep. There's
So
a
you,
class and everything else you have to do. I mean, when I got my Greenlandic driver's license, I had to go through the same thing a youngster had to go through, only about halfway through the driving, the guy says, "How long have you been driving?" "Since I was 15." And he said, "You know what? I need to go have a discussion with the police department." I'm like, "Okay." He come back later and he says, "You know what? You do not have to take the written test. There's no reason for it. You know the signs because I've seen you understanding them. So, and I understand most of the signs in Denmark too. I mean, there's been a couple of them where I'm like, I need to look that sign up because I didn't know what it was." So it was nice not having to worry about the written test because they would have had to get a translator.
yeah, I had to do the same thing when I moved here to Virginia. Like I could legally drive here on an Australian license. There was no special thing I had to do. Well, I can't do any more on this today until I cut out some more sections, but this is what it'd look like if it was sewn together.
It looks good, Sean.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. But yeah, when I went to go get a Virginia license, they said we don't recognize your license. You have so I had to start from the beginning. I had to go do my learner's like my written test and then go get a learner's permit. And I
You
still
should-
drove around
Yeah,
because I just used my Australian license. And then when I went to do my driving test in Australia was an hour. I drove you all around town. I did reverse parallel parking, 3-point turns, hill starts because it was a manual transmission and everything else. And so when I did the test here, we left the DMV, we drove down the street about a mile, and then about 5 minutes later, the instructor was like, "Okay, we can go back to the DMV office
no,
now." And
he
I'm like,
does
I
fine.
I panicked because when that happens in Australia, that means you failed. And I looked at her and I said, "Man, what did I do wrong?" She's like, "Oh no, you're fine. I can tell you could drive. You're done." So I was like, "Okay."
Did she have you parallel park?
Nope. Basically, I pulled out of the DMV. I drove down like a 4-lane road. She had me turn right, and then had me turn around and go back. I didn't do anything. Like I basically drove around for 5 minutes, and that was my driving test. But she said you have no issues. I can see you are comfortable driving, so
Yeah.
there's no need for me to drive you around for half an hour. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, well, that's fine. I don't care. Like, if you're going to give me a license, that's all I want. So,
The only thing that the driver and the instructor, because I was driving the car, is it was a stick, and
yeah,
and he every time I stalled it at the stop sign, and because the stop sign was at an incline, and I would stall it, and he says, "How many hours have you drove a stick?" "I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. It's the most I've ever drove one." He's like, "Really?" I said, "I've always had an automatic car." He
yeah.
says,
See,
"But
I
you're
learned.
pretty good for someone who's never hardly spent any time." But I kept stalling. And finally, he says, "This is what you need to do." And after about two days of us driving together, I stopped stalling the car.
Yeah. See, I learned on the manual transmission, and I took my Australian test in one. So I was quite comfortable. The only problem I had when I drove a manual transmission here in the US is first I went to change gears. I hit the door handle because the gear shift was on the wrong side.
Uh-oh.
But that was something you learned in about 4 seconds.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I never even had, no one even really showed me how to drive one. I kind of learned how the feel of because you could, I grew up with a mechanic, and so cars make fun. I can hear certain noises, and for some weird reason, I knew when to change the gear on it. It just anytime I had to stop at a stoplight and then you get ready to go, I'd stall the damn thing. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's embarrassing when you're stuck in the middle of an intersection because you stalled the car.
Yeah. But after a while, you get used to it. Like that was one of the things. Like we had to do a hill start for the Australian test too, and they found the steepest hill in our town.
Of course
And it
they
was like,
did.
yeah, of course they did. And you're allowed to roll back, like I think you're allowed to roll back 30 centimeters, which is about a foot.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad. My parallel parking was fantastic because I don't know if she took pity on me or she liked me or whatever, but where she had me parallel parked, there was no curb. It was just dirt. And so I was like, oh,
No.
sweet, I can't hit the curb. So
One of the things one of my girls, I think it was either Lynette or it was Kristen, I don't remember which one. They came when they come back out of the from the driving test. Mom, she didn't fail, but she missed a 3-point turnabout. And I said, how do you miss a 3-point turnabout? Because they went too far over the edge. Oh my
whoops.
gosh.
I almost failed the written test. Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas had to have someone to one of their whatever you call them because of his disability thing.
Yeah.
I want my son to come home before we move and get his license up north before we move back to Milwaukee, says Raven. Hi, Nanette. It's good to see you. And
Yes,
then
it's always
Candy
good to
says,
see.
to move. I want to.
Oh, she went to a more rural town for a driving test, so she didn't have to parallel park. Just 4 right turns around the
Wow, my
block.
eyes
So
are
that's what
teaching me. I must be really more tired than I think. Because
I
that
think.
looks like
So
want. And it was went. Wow. No wonder I was having trouble with that. It's because it looked like want, and you're right, it's went.
yeah. So it's like, what are you reading now? I didn't say anything about that.
Well, I know you didn't because you're Mr. Kind Sir.
Yeah. SK said she grew up riding dirt bikes, so driving a manual transmission came. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I tried riding a dirt bike once. I got about 50 meters up the road and I was trying to change the gears and I couldn't figure out the brakes and I finally stalled the silly thing, which was good. So
We
I
stayed in
handed it.
so much trouble with the dirt bike. Her daddy traded a rifle for us a little dirt bike, and we were jumping down south. Septic tanks are up above the ground, and we would
Mm,
be jumping the septic tanks. That's what we was having fun doing. And you can hear my mom, stop doing that. You're going to get yourself killed.
yep. Nope. That was my experience riding the bike. I handed the bike back to my mate and said, "Yep, have fun with it. I'm leaving." Of course, they didn't give me any instructions. I said, "Here you go, just ride it around a little bit."
Hey, Rita. She says, I'm still lurking in the corner. Why are you in the corner? None of us put you there. Just saying. I only have, let's see. Ooh, there's 2 more sides to this. Yeah. And then this piece will be done.
Very good. All
Andy
right, so
says,
Andy's
have a
got
good
chores.
day. Time for chores. Yeah, I
At
know what I'm
six
gonna
four,
do after this live. Katie's gonna go take a nap.
chores at 6:45 in the morning. She's up early.
Yeah, that's early to be doing chores.
I know
You
she's a
should be sewing.
well, maybe she wants to get the chores done first so she'd be responsible and then she can go do some
That's
sewing.
true. You got a point there. You have a point.
That's my best guess.
What time is it anyways?
9:47. So
We're
it's
getting
almost time for
close.
us.
Yeah, we're
Almost
getting
time for us
close.
to run away because
Yeah, the 2 hour mark's almost here.
you need a nap and I've got to go. I got some chores to do too, and that afterwards. It's never a dull moment here.
I know one thing, Nora is missing her daddy.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
been
no.
pouting since he left.
You always do. Oh, no dirt bikes for me.
I don't think I would want to do a dirt bike at my age though now. That I could stand all the jarring.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have something make pain, you know?
Yep.
We need number. Okay, I want to make sure I don't mix these up because this came off of.
Good morning, Miss Ingrid. It's good to see you.
What's this one?
I think this is like the show where all the people that I met at QuiltCon are here.
Yep. Okay, this white is teasing me. That's not it. What did this one come off of? That's interesting.
All right, let's see if I can get this block done before we have to go home.
Just set it up there. I'll figure it out. Oh, we still have some pieces of this one. This one is Haze, which is number I. I'm going to set that aside because I don't need that yet. It's this one I need some of. Oh,
Good morning, Miss Rita. It's good to see you. Yeah, that quilt that you have that you're making, Kate, is going to look really, really pretty when it's all
one?
done. The Ursula Major and Minor.
Yeah, I
Because
don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's the same one Becca made and put in the
She did the little one. She did the
big.
Ursula. She did Ursula Minor.
Didn't you do the big one as well, or is it my imagination?
No, unless she did a big one after the fact. As far as I know, she's only done the small one.
No.
But I might, I never know. I'm not up to date on everything she does. But I believe she's only done the small one, but I could be wrong.
Oh, no, you're right. Now I only see the small one. Okay.
And when she gifted me this kit, Nikolai gifted her with a big canvas polar bear from a picture he had taken of a polar bear when he was out at sea. She got gifted that one, and Myra did
Oh, that's fun.
because we had 2 of them made. Boy, Myra was ecstatic about it. Well, so was Becca though. She was just shocked by it because I said, you're going to get a very big box, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just let us know when you get, let us know when you get there. And when she opened the box, she's like, wow. And she had the perfect spot because she hadn't been too long in that new house.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the studio was already built, but so they hadn't been there a real long time or anything. So she still was, pretty much decorating the house.
Yeah, her studio is such a It's such a warm and inviting place to be.
I
I've had
want
the
to see
privilege.
her studio.
Oh, it's yeah,
Y'all, I'm
it's a
jealous if you guys have seen it and I haven't.
yeah. No, I was very fortunate. I got an invitation to visit because we're actually driving up to DC to pick up Simon from the Dulles in DC, and she's like, "I'll just swing on by and hang out," because we wanted to leave early so we didn't get stuck in traffic. So we hung out with her and Mary. Mary was still there, and Mom and Nancy. So I got to see all of them. And we hung out there for a few hours until it was time for the plane to arrive. So yeah, it was a fun day
Cool.
out.
Ingrid says, I'm heading home to Maryland today after a wonderful visit with my daughter and mom in Massachusetts. And I always say that wrong. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Never mind.
Massachusetts.
Anyway, when she gets back from Mass, even stopped by a quilt shop yesterday and found some fun stuff. I bet you did.
Oh, very nice. Tell me this is right.
Whoever came up with the name of state that name must have been crazy. That is a mouthful of words. Or letters, I mean.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we have a town, or no, it's not a town, it's a city just outside of Lake Buena Vista, which is part of Disney World.
Yeah.
It's called Kissimmee. But if you want to learn how to spell it, just say Kissimmee. It's Kissimme. Yeah. That's where they had that Lego show. I took took Nikolai to when we were in Florida in 2024. They had the Lego show in Kissimmee.
Right.
And man, that place has changed because I haven't been to Kissimmee since 1984 or 85. I lived down there for about 10 months and then moved back to Lake City. And I hadn't been back since then. And when I drove there, I recognized some parts of it, but other parts of it, I'm like, wow, it's really changed.
Yeah, it's how it goes when you leave somewhere for a while.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right.
West end of Lake City's all has really changed a lot too. But once you drive toward the east side of it and the north side, it looks like nobody's tried to update it at all. It's just like still stuck in the past.
There you go. Sometimes it's fun to have that retro effect, but it depends on how well kept up it is, I guess.
There was some areas. I was encouraged. I went out to see my high school that I graduated from. I wanted to see what, if there was anything new. They now have a big, huge building for welding for high school students. That was because they already had an ag building and they had that when my kids were going, but the welding thing was something new. So I was pretty encouraged by that. I'm like, wow, we're going to encourage welding. And I did not put that down there. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to take this back out because that's not far enough. It's okay. I can fix it. The angle's wrong is what it is.
So threw this little block together as well.
Hey, that looks pretty. Ooh, I like the colors.
Yeah. Some of the light blues I have laying around. So
Rita saying, Rita, you're funny. I get to eating part. Well, I don't know which is worse. Me not eating or me not sleeping.
I know, right? Yeah, you need to go take a nap after this. So
I ate something last night. I just haven't eaten a lot in the last couple of days. Not hungry. I have been munching on pretzels though.
Well, that's good.
It's not very nutritious, but I did my I finally remembered to do all three of my blood pressure things yesterday because the doctor they gave me a blood pressure kit. Please do your blood pressure for the next 3 days, and I finally got around to doing it. So now I got 2 more days of it to do. One of the numbers is kind of low, which is strange.
Okay.
It's like 68, the bottom number.
Right.
Usually like around 80, so I don't know why it's like that.
I don't know.
But I remember it being like that when I was younger too, especially if I was cold or something.
I don't know. Rita says not eating and not resting means being bugged by that goofy Rita person. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, she's not going to let this go because she knows what I'm
Uh,
doing. I
yeah,
can't. I always go through this right after Nikolai leaves, and then
yeah,
I get back to my usual self after a few days.
yeah. No, go grab a nap. So, I mean, it is almost
Um,
time to run away. So, maybe we'll
I
wrap
know.
things up.
What time is it?
And
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that
yeah,
because I can
and
pick
that,
this out later.
yeah, because if you want to see like Katie live later today, you have two more opportunities to do that today. So Katie is going to be a very busy lady. So you definitely want to let her have a little bit of rest. Um, so do you want to tell the folks where you will be later on in the day?
Okay, so at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, I will be over on Sherry's channel and we'll be working on Alice's Wonderland blocks. And then at um 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, we will be doing Peace of Mind Mending Pieces with Myra and Danny. So those of you who's been attending my once a month mental health, don't forget about that. That's tonight. And we'll be doing that. I don't know what the topic's going to be yet. I've asked them to bring the topic, so we'll see. I haven't checked my email to see if any of them's written me yet, but one of them will probably have a topic because I'm going to sit back and let them run the show is what I'm going to do.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I kind of took over this one too, and I apologize in advance,
No,
but
it's no, it's okay. I mean,
I'm used to being the host.
I don't always have to be in control here when you're dual live streaming together.
Yeah, there
And
you go.
it's easy to do lives with you anyhow. We're laid back.
Yeah, and that's good. And the viewers like that too. I find that people just like hanging out with us and listening to the conversation and that sort of thing there. Like sometimes they don't get any sewing done, and that's okay. They just tell us they like us entertaining them, so that's wonderful.
So
Um,
tell them what you're I know you're going to drop a podcast today, aren't you? Or something.
Hopefully later today. Yeah, I recorded it. I wanted to get out of bed. A lot of times when I do my lives with you at 8 o'clock in the morning, I usually get up around 6, record, edit, and get everything, uploaded right before you and I go live. But I couldn't roll out of bed till 7. So I was like, you know what? I'll record it and I should be able to edit it throughout the day. And I'll hope to get it up later today, possibly tomorrow morning. Just depends on how quickly I can get it edited because I got other stuff to do. But yeah, there will be a podcast coming out shortly within the next 24 hours. Don't miss it because I have two quilt tops that I finished this week that I want to share. It's one of the Puzzle Mystery Quilt and also the 100 Acre Woods, which is one I've been working on for 18 months. So very excited to be able to share that with you all. So make sure you check that out. And then, yeah, I usually have a weekly live at Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Eastern. So that's my
Who's going to be on your next live on Saturday?
TBA.
Oh, to be decided. Okay,
to,
gotcha.
to be announced because I don't know yet.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
just wondering because
yeah, it all depends. Yeah, like this time of year because we're so busy with the girls. Sometimes we have family adventures and stuff too. So I kind of just wing it at this point of the year. So I don't know yet. We'll figure it out between now and Saturday who the guest is going to be.
um uh, uh Rita, um the peace of mind is up because I can see it. I'm not sure what you mean, unless you're talking about Sherry's. I'll be over on Sherry's channel, not her over here. The Alice's Wonderland is her baby, and I'm collabing with her on it.
Yeah, so duck over and visit Sherry. I just put Sherry's link in there. You probably all have it, but just in
Yeah, just
case.
exclamation Sherry. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her live starts at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time on her channel, and Peace of Mind starts at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on my channel for Peace of Mind. Sean, when do the kids go back to their countries?
Mid-June. So we've got them for about another, I think, 8 weeks. So yeah, it's
Not
coming
much
very
time
rapidly
left.
very rapidly coming to a close. So,
And
but
then
yeah,
it's
they usually go back.
summertime for you.
Sorry?
Then it's some summertime for you.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
July, me and him have something we got cooking up.
yep.
So y'all gonna
Just,
have to stay tuned. We're not gonna tell you what it is yet, but
nope.
me and him have something we're gonna do together in July, the latter
Yep.
part of it. And yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that, but I can't
Me
tell anybody.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, I think we'll come back and do this again in about a month.
Yeah. I think I might
Well,
already have. Didn't we settle on a date?
I don't know.
Let me look and I'll let you know real quick. I think we did. Because
We
I
might
think we put
have.
dates all the way up until after I come, because I had to plan everything to make sure that when I left in June, I didn't have anything hanging in the air. You know what I mean?
Well, if we did, I didn't put it on my calendar. So tell me when it is, and I'll make sure I'm there.
Maybe I don't.
Okay, so that's TBA. Katie and I will work on that over the next little bit. We'll figure out a date that works for us both, and we'll be back to get to do this again in about sometime in May. So
Yeah,
stay tuned
sometime
for
in
that.
May.
Stay
Yep.
tuned. Yeah, we'll sort that out because I thought we had something too, but apparently
I thought we
neither of us wrote it
did.
down.
That's weird.
I
Maybe we
always wrote it
discussed
down.
it and then I didn't write it down. You know me, sometimes I forget to write crap down.
I guess I forgot too. Anyway, we'll let you know when that is.
Yeah, we
So
always figure it out. It's fun. And we'll be working on the same thing you saw us working on today. We'll be working on our legit kits.
until the end of
Thing in
time.
the thing in July is not our legit kits. It's something else, but we're not
Yeah,
telling you what it is yet.
it's a whole new project. That's all you're getting out of us.
That's right. The what's it?
Yep. I will
In the
say no more.
universe. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming to the live. Remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. What do you do with that? You make something beautiful, or you go do something special for someone else to put a smile on their face, because you never know, it might change your whole world. Bye,
Exactly.
everyone.
See you later.
All righty then.
Okay, we are done.
Yeah.
Okay.